So let me get this straight. Ice Cube's tour bus got firebombed in Portland, Oregon. So you're telling me the left is so stupid the ice on Ice Cube meant ice like immigration customs enforcement. These are the people we're arguing with, guys. I hope they try and do this to someone like Ice-T. Try firebombing Ice-T. See what happens.
Up with liberation! Down with deportation! Up with liberation!
Up with liberation!
Down with deportation!
Down with deportation!
Up with liberation! Get a real job!
Oh my God! You're
Safe. Pepper spray!
Let's see what Trump's executive order designating Antifa as a domestic terrorist organization actually says.
Antifa is a militarist, anarchist enterprise that explicitly calls for the overthrow of the United States government, law enforcement authorities, and our system of law.
You know what? Hey, I've got to give it to Trump right off the bat. Is it possible? Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Is it possible that this line is in the executive order because I said it on Fox News? Is that possible? Do you guys remember when Jesse Waters asked me what is the goal of Antifa? And I explicitly said the goal of Antifa is to overthrow the federal government. And now in the very first line of the Trump executive order, they're saying Antifa calls for the overthrow of the federal government. Is it fucking possible that I did that?
Congratulations.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Wow. Okay, I'll take it, Trump. Okay.
Well, President Trump, well, he's just dropped the hammer. The executive order, now officially signed, Antifa officially designated a domestic terrorist organization, but that's only the beginning. Now, Terry Newsom sent me this video earlier today, and it's fitting because we have terrorists attacking a Broadview ICE facility.
I just left the Broadview ICE Center, and you'll see these peaceful protesters are chanting or yelling, shoot ICE, kill ICE, arrest ICE. But at the same time, they're yelling at the agents as they're approaching areas where they told them not to approach, that they're peaceful protesters, while they're at the same time saying, shoot ICE.
fucker! Get the fucker!
Wait, I want you to listen very carefully. At this moment, you see, they're right here. They are bringing somebody in that they have just arrested. It looks like they've erected some new barriers. Well, listen carefully.
They just drop out balls.
They're asking, why is he being arrested? He said he was carrying a gun. Think about that. In light of that shooter that opened fire on the ICE facility in Texas, now we have Broadview, Illinois, somebody caught with a gun at the facility, arrested promptly. Listen again, listen carefully. Carrying a gun at an ICE facility. Here's even more from Terry. While at the Broadview ICE Center, I caught peaceful Chicago Marxist protesters shouting, "Shoot ICE and kill ICE."
At the same time, I just left the Broadview ICE Center, and you'll see these peaceful protesters are chanting or yelling, "Shoot ICE, kill ICE, arrest ICE." But at the same time, they're yelling at the agents as they're approaching areas where they told them not to approach, that they're peaceful protesters, while they're at the same time saying, "Shoot ICE."
Arrest ICE! Arrest ICE!
Arrest us!
Shoot ICE!
Shoot ICE!
Get the fucker! Get the fucker!
As you know, we uncovered a money trail this week. A couple days ago, we posted this thread. I'm not going to go into great detail, but the money trail behind Antifa, behind all of these domestic terror attacks on the United States, all trace back to Soros and this group. $80 million, they found it, the funding of Antifa terror groups in the crosshairs. I want to make sure we give credit to the individuals. Capital Research Center, their report reveals Soros Open Society Foundation funneled over $80 million since 2016 into groups that train militants, glorify Hamas, October 7th massacre, and sponsor domestic sabotage. You can go back and check the channel for the full report on that. But it's all connected. It's all connected.
Let's see what Trump's executive order designating Antifa as a domestic terrorist organization actually says.
Antifa is a militarist, anarchist enterprise that explicitly calls for the overthrow of the United States government, law enforcement authorities, and our system of law.
But yeah, I do have a because we're fucking done with people like you. I have an opinion.
Antifa is a militarist, anarchist enterprise that explicitly calls for the overthrow of the United States government, law enforcement authorities, and our system of law. It uses illegal means to organize and execute a campaign of violence and terrorism nationwide to accomplish these goals. This campaign involves coordinated efforts to obstruct enforcement of federal laws through armed standoffs with law enforcement, organized riots, violent assaults on immigration and customs enforcement and other law enforcement officers, and routine doxing of and other threats against political figures. Antifa recruits, trains, and radicalizes young Americans to engage in this violence and suppression of political activity, then employs elaborate means and mechanisms to shield the identities of its operatives, conceal its funding sources and operations in an effort to frustrate law enforcement, and recruit additional members.
Yes.
Individuals
true.
associated with and acting on behalf of Antifa further coordinate with other organizations and entities for the purpose of spreading, fomenting, and advancing political violence and suppressing lawful political speech. This organized effort designed to achieve policy objectives by coercion and intimidation is domestic terrorism.
Hey, listen, I think we're off to a strong start with the first section. Everything they said in the first section is right. So I'm actually pleasantly surprised and shocked to see that everything in the first section of this is correct. That makes me much more hopeful than I was 48 hours ago. I'm loving this so far.
Antifa recruits, trains.
Now, this thread continues to break down the executive order that President Trump signed. And, of course, it is about time. Because you have groups like this outside of ICE facilities carrying guns, especially in light of what happened this week. Here's more. Here's Karen. She posted this 6 days ago. She says, arrest all Antifa. She's calling it what it is. This is the same Broadview facility.
You're ICE! How you spell racist? ICE! How you spell fascist? ICE! How you spell fascist? ICE! How you spell racist? You're on video! Shame on you! Put him down! We know!
Well, if you mess around, you are going to find out. I want to get to where she was talking about. Okay, here she is on Jesse Waters. This is September 19th. This is what she was talking about.
These terrorists. Karlin Borisenko is an undercover investigative journalist for Decode the Left who's infiltrated these terror cells. Karlin, tell me about how these people train. They look pretty militaristic.
Yeah, absolutely. They do have sessions where they bring in people with military experience. Anti-war is a very big thing for Antifa, so they do hand-to-hand combat trainings. I was just undercover with them in New York City over the weekend where they had a whole self-defense class where they were teaching people how to violently, confront the police, but also defend themselves if they needed to be put in that position.
And why do they always get out of jail so quickly? You see all these people get popped, they get bailed right out, and charges never stick. How is that?
Well, Antifa, actually, they train people on how to get arrested. And it's interesting with far left subcultures because they actually volunteer to get arrested and go through this type of training where they are provided legal support, they are provided lawyers, they are provided all of this stuff with mutual aid. And so as soon as they get arrested, Antifa basically goes down to the jail and they bail them out and they are all set up with a lawyer and ready to go. So they plan all this stuff out ahead of time and they have the resources set up for people to be able to be taken care of.
Yeah, I mean, obviously someone's paying for their legal representation. What is the core mission of Antifa? Is it anarchy? Are they anarchists?
Yeah, Antifa are anarchists. Their primary goal is the violent overthrow of the federal government. I cannot emphasize this enough. We've been hearing a lot of talk about civil war over the last couple years between Democrats and Republicans, red versus blue. I firmly believe that the real civil war we have coming is the radical revolutionary socialists and communists in Antifa versus the federal government. That is their goal. That is their only goal. And people need to start taking this problem very, very seriously.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is happening. Breaking news this Saturday morning. President Trump has directed Secretary of War Pete Hegseth to send in the troops to Portland, Oregon. In a post on Truth Social, Trump said, "At the request of Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem, I am directing Secretary of War Pete Hegseth to provide all necessary troops to protect war-ravaged Portland and any of our ICE facilities under siege from attack by Antifa and other domestic terrorists. I am also authorizing full force if necessary. Thank you for your attention on this matter." This is huge, and you're going to see a lot of liberal influencers in Portland, as well as the liberal biased media saying, oh, Portland's not war ravaged, there's no riots going on, there's no violence. They're going to show you the beautiful parts of Portland, which there are many beautiful parts of Portland. But the fact is, the ICE building has been absolutely under siege for the last few months in Portland, and it doesn't take a rocket science, it doesn't take a researcher to see that. You can literally go look up videos of them attacking the ICE building. And even this week, rapper Ice Cube had his tour bus lit on fire in downtown Portland. Guys, this is long overdue. The city of Portland, city councilors, and the Portland mayor and Oregon's governor Tina Kotek refuse to back law enforcement, refuse to uphold law and order. And now President Trump is sending them in, baby. Be praying for all of the officers. I imagine this is gonna increase riots. This is gonna increase protests. Just be praying for our state, be praying for Portland, even pray for the rioters and the protesters, because it's about to get heated, folks.
Crying harder, crying harder. Trump is your president. Crying harder, crying harder. Trump is your president.
On the 3 unfired casings read, "Hey fascist!" exclamation point, "Catch!" exclamation point.
Do you think Donald Trump is a fascist?
Yes, I do.
No one has ever been more dangerous to this country than Donald Trump, and he is a fascist to his core.
Hey, let me shut down the city! We are at war!
We're in a war right now.
We are at war.
So you have to be willing to do whatever is necessary in order to save the country.
And that's why the gloves are off.
Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic.
And yes, there are many threats to democracy. We see it with these extreme candidates.
I just don't even know why there aren't uprisings all over the country, and maybe there will be.
But you can only push people so far. And then they start to take matters into their own hands.
What the American public want is for us to bring actual weapons to this bar fight. This is an actual fight.
You know, this is literally call to arms.
The MAGA movement is a threat.
But Michelle says that, when they go low, we go high.
No. With all due respect, if they go low, we don't go high.
When they go low, we kick them.
We take them to the mud and choke them out.
And make sure that they stay down. And you know what? Kick them when they're down, because they deserve it.
Get up in the face of some Congress people.
We are going to be in your face. We are going to be on your...
We have to fight this in the streets.
We're going to fight it in the streets.
It's time to step out of your comfort zone and step out into the streets.
To our Republican colleagues, if you do not see the light, we will bring the fire. Resist!
You and your little friend off of Twitter. Y'all about to find out.
And if you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome anymore, anywhere.
He's not going to have a third term. He may not finish this term.
Yes, the last few days you woke up thinking there might be news. Just saying. There will be news sometime, just so you know, there will be news.
I want to be remembered for courage for my faith. That would be the most important thing. Most important thing is my faith in my life.
But if you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.